My name is Olivia. I'm coming to you from the Embers living showroom here in Westminster, Colorado. I'm here to make up some lunch today on something that typically you would do on your stove top, but instead we're going to use a gas grill. I'm going to be making a blackened tilapia on a bed of brown rice with some red cabbage, guacamole, and then topped with some red chipotle aioli sauce. So let's get started. Okay, so to get started, I have my brown rice, which I'm just using 2 cups of brown rice, depending on how many people you're cooking for. Obviously, you can do more or less. Freshly washed red cabbage, 2 avocados to make the guacamole, and I also like to put salt and pepper, lemon, and lime in mine. And of course, we have the tilapia. I'm going to be seasoning today with the Old Bay blackened seasoning. Tilapia is a great dish if you have people in your family that are kind of picky because it's not very fishy, and honestly by the time it's so seasoned you can't taste what any little fish there was. And if you're like me and you're not a great cook, blackened is definitely the way to go because there's just so much seasoning on it, no one will ever know. So 2 tilapia fillets that I have today that I just picked up from my local Kroger store, and I'm going to get started on boiling the brown rice. That takes the longest, and then I'll show you how to blacken. So obviously when I come to the showroom to make lunch, I have a lot of options when it comes to grills. Now, one of the reasons why I chose the Everdure Force is because it is portable. This is something that you can take camping with you. You can pop it off the legs and take it with you. So my husband's a big fisherman, and anytime he takes a catch of the day, I'd love to stick it on here and make a good meal with it. Also, if it's just really hot inside and you don't feel like cooking or cleaning your stovetop, it's a great option. I'm by no means a professional chef, so if anyone has a better idea of how to do this, drop a comment and I'd love to hear it. So let's get that rice on. I've got my grill going. Today I'm using 2 cups of brown rice, and I'm just cooking it according to the package that it came in. You can use white rice if you'd like. You could also use rice cauliflower, but I don't know, for some reason I feel like brown rice is a healthier option. I don't know if that's true, but you know, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. Okay, so while my rice is boiling, I'm gonna blacken up my tilapia. And I'm just fully coating each side here. And like I said, I am not a professional. Please don't yell at me if I'm doing something wrong. But I have picky eaters in my family, like I mentioned earlier, so I really like to blacken it so that any little bit of fishiness is covered. But tilapia has a ton of protein in it and vitamin B12, so it's a great option. So I have my rice in here covered. I did bring it down to a low heat once it started boiling. And then I've got my tilapia here that I'm going to place on the other side. Tilapia actually cooks pretty quickly. And I just like to keep an eye on it. I don't know exactly what temperature it's supposed to be at. But I'll close that and keep an eye on it. Okay, so while the tilapia is cooking and my rice is finishing up, I'm gonna make my guacamole. Now, a lot of people have really specific recipes on what they like, and that's great. Definitely do however you like it. Sometimes I like to get really fancy with it and do onions and garlic and all of that jazz, but for this dish, it's just a topping and it's not necessarily a dip for your chips, so I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I'm going to just have my, obviously, avocados, and then lemon, lime, salt, and pepper. So just making the best use of our time here as our tilapia is cooking away. Okay, so my rice is done. I'm going to pull that off here. Set that aside. We'll fluff that with pork later. Now the tilapia, when I know it's done, it's nice and flaky and it's a little crispy on the sides. So just taking a peek at it here. It's definitely coming along nicely. Also, tilapia is nice and white when it's finished cooking. That's a good way to judge too. You don't want to see any translucent in it, and it kind of crumbles like that. So we're about done here. Okay, so my tilapia is done, rice is done, my guacamole is made just the way that I like it. And then I'm gonna chop up this red cabbage and get it all assembled and show you guys what it looks like at the end. So, a little bit of cabbage goes a really, really long way, so do not need a lot. I just want it to be nice and kind of shredded or cute. Cabbage doesn't have a whole lot of taste in this. It does add a really nice crunch though, so it doesn't really matter what you do with the cabbage. I usually just cube it and kind of spread it into little pieces. Alright, let's get this thing assembled. Alright, so we're gonna lay our bed of brown rice down. Just a nice full and flippy. Next, we're going to add in our tilapia. Again, it's nice and flaky because it's cooked just right. And it kind of falls apart a little bit. I'm going to put a little more because this one's for my husband. So stick that on there. I like to have it all kind of in sections. I don't know, just because I think it looks pretty. And then we're gonna add some salad. My hands are clean, or cabbage, not salad. So I like more cabbage. Kate likes the little cabbage. So there we have it like this. Now, in the original recipe, they use a whole 30 approved aioli sauce, but I found almost an identical one at the store, just the chipotle, Southwest Chipotle. And you drizzle it all over like this. So we have a nice, colorful, delicious dish, excuse me, that very picky eaters tend to really like. Alrighty guys, there you have it. A super colorful, delicious meal, all prepared on a gas grill. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you have any suggestions on how to do it better, you can leave a comment. If you have any questions on the grill that I use, you can call the guys here at Embers. It's 303-800-5657. 59. All right, thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.